Hello, shipheads. You found me. You found Trek Mods. You guys know what this is, right? The Excelsior. For now. We're going to do some things to the Excelsior. Because although I like it, there are some things about it that I'm not crazy about. Like this dome thing that the pylons come off of. Never been a fan of that. That's gone. Let's see. The kit gives you these couple options for these shuttle bay modules. Placing that right about here. Nope. I went ahead and I made this plastic piece out of this lenticular plastic with these ridges on it. That's going to go here. Just snap right in. I think that's going to be pretty cool with some lights behind it. So we're going to take our shuttle bay. I'm going to move that back to about here. We're going to open this up. We're going to get some lights where I have a nice little landing pad there for our shuttle bays. These modules, that's not going there. Right? Another thing I'd never liked about the Excelsior is that it's so flat along the top. So we're going to give it a little depth. Now I've made some paper mock-ups here. Everything's going to be fabricated out of some nice styrene plastic, but for now it's going to go in there. So we're going to have this sort of spine going down, like this strong back, like more of the modern ships have. And then that's going to make our Excelsior just a little more sexy. Okay, get this out of here. So as I said, we're removing this, and I've made some paper mock-ups. So what I want to do is I want to have this coming right out of the body of the side of the main hull. So I think this is going to fit nicely right in here. Put this back on. Oh, look at that. That piece. We have our spine. We have our shuttle bay. Maybe that can even go right up there for a little extra detail. We'll see what happens. See how it looks. All right. Let's get cutting, carving, and cracking. 3 weeks later. All right. So, got some of this plastic sheeting here. It's pretty cheap. It's thin enough, easy to cut, but it's pretty durable. I've layered it in 2 pieces with a 3rd piece on each end to give it a little space so I can run my wires. I don't know if we can see that. The wires are going to go right in these gaps. Let's just bring our Excelsior in here. So what I've done is filed out a couple of slots right here for this to fit into. And fits in there pretty good. Let's see if we can put this on. That's not bad. I'd say that looks pretty cool. And then we can beveled the inside edges here, giving it a little bit of space along the outside of the hull so we can bend these up to whatever angle is going to suit my needs when this comes together. So then we're going to need end caps. And that's what we got going on here. We've got two pieces that's going to go onto the end. And then we can mount our nacelle on there. Got that together. That gives us a nice little gap in there, which we can run the wires. It's going to go on there, so I'm going to have to trim off the excess here, file this all up smooth, and get her in shape. Okay, so I've been trimming this and ended up taking a little too much off the corner here. We got a gap, so I'm going to use a trick we use in guitar repair. A little bit of glue on the corner here. A bit of baking powder. Baking soda, baking powder, baby powder, sawdust, whatever kind of fine powder you have. It absorbs the CA glue, cures instantly into like a hard plastic. We use this for repairing broken nuts on guitars, bridges, things like that. Anywhere we need to fill a small crack and you want it to be virtually indestructible, the old super glue and baking soda trick. Now I can just file this. that looks pretty cool. Let's get this in here. Cool. That's going to be all right. Okay. Now, looks like I'm going to have just enough of this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my template and I'm going to cut it up. And we're going to use that to trace. Pretty simple. I want these to be exactly the same, so I'm just going to use one. Let's get rid of this tape. I want a nice smooth edge. Just going to line that up with the lines on the grid there, I think. Just to ensure a nice straight line. Oh, that comes right to the end. So on the top surface, we got a raised part here. So I've made, I don't know if you can see that, I made a little notch there so that this can ride along the edge of that meet flush. I was thinking about carving a groove through there, but I don't know, that could get messy. So we're going to lay it out this way and see how well it works. And if I find it's not sitting in there nicely, then we'll do that groove. We'll get groovy. Just gotta get rid of that excess edge. Use the ruler for that. Just going to use this curve here. This is a fretboard radius gauge, and I'm just using the 20-inch radius side for my curve on my strong back piece. So So I'll scribe the curved part first, get a little groove going. And then we get to go with the straight edge. Again, where we want to be, right there. And I'll just bring that right to where the curved part starts. And you want to start in the curve so you stay in track, right up to the ruler. Got a deep enough groove there now. Should be able to stay on course. Just gently. All this is doing is just kind of digging a trench until it goes through. Stop. Okay. So, we're wired. Got some wires in there. I had to strip the insulation off these wires to get them in there. But they're separated. They shouldn't come in contact with each other on the inside. Once this is all together, I'm going to cover this with some insulating paint, and we should be good to go. So I want to be rounding this off. Inside here, I need to add a little thickness. So I think I'm going to take a piece of this, cut some thin strips, add it to the corner so that when I round this off later, we got some material on the inside so that I don't file through that corner. Try a different strategy for this side. I'll just glue one end in first. Let's sort of run down there. Now we can fill the rest in. Not too bad. Get our ship here. Cool, so that matches up nicely. That's going to go there. That's going to go on top. Cover that end. Alright guys, we're going to call it a day for now. Looks like we got a lot done. Got the strong back in place. Got some pylons. Got that shuttle bay area nice and a little bit more light on this situation there. So we got this pretty good looking, and then if I can get this under here, I don't know if that's showing up there. So yeah, okay, hopefully you guys tune into the next one.